Well, Franny, it seems like only earlier today that we were standing in front of Norville Hough's herd, trying to induce the ladies to compete effectively for the title of Bovine Queen 2009.
Yes. Hey, Joe, I'm supposed to say yes.
And then it started raining like a cow pissing on a flat rock.
You said that nasty word?
That's what we used to say that in Kansas, which is where I hear the herd win.
I hear these words pissed off all the time, but I never knew you did it on a flat rock.
That tornado, well, that's what happens when it rains so hard. That tornado came through real
It
fast.
scared the heck out of me. Did it you, Don't?
Oh, man,
Where did those cows go?
Word is that they headed south.
Kansas?
On a jet stream.
Oh, couldn't have been a jet stream.
And wound it up down there in the
Lawrence, Kansas?
probably
maybe?
in Lawrence. They had Lawrence could
Mary Cathedral lives in Lawrence, Kansas. She was up here though.
Lawrence could always use a few more cows.
That's a moving thing to say.
Mary will recognize them, I'm sure. But since we left that territory out there in Norvell's earlier today, I understand my sister Peggy has aged a few years and now is older than Dawn.
Dawn is younger than Peggy. Are you kidding?
No, that's a word I got.
No, we know that's true. We just kidding Dawn, really.
Just to get a rise out of her.
Peggy is older than Dawn.
I don't even want to say by how many years.
Man is older
Better
than
than being
both
older
of them.
than dirt.
Nan's older than me.
Okay. And you're second. Okay.
I came along.
Enough about that.
Yeah, too soon for Nan. But
What are we going to do now? Do we have a moo contest going on here yet?
we have to finish it yet. We do, and there has to be a judging done, and that will be happening now. So
Who are our judges?
well, Marcia's a judge, and Joelle's a judge, and Mary's kind of an arbiter in case they can't agree.
Oh.
So if they can't agree, and since Marnie had to duck out of here, Marnie was disappointed, but she did make a statement for the news media
What
before
did
she
she
left.
say?
Well, you'll have to hear it yourself. I couldn't say it any better than Marnie, but she'll be gearing up for next year.
Okay.
So at this point, I think we have to turn it over to the mooers.
I think so.
I'll give the microphone to Dawn. Was right in the middle of her act.
I was.
Oh, my.
I was.
Was she a soprano?
Yes, I am the soprano moor.
Okay.
So, okay. Excuse me.
Judges, pay attention.
I have to get in form here. Thank you.
All right. Since the cows can't respond, we respond.
That was a soprano if I ever heard one.
That was soprano.
Tony, can you hold the mic for
Falsetto
me, please?
soprano.
Oh, this is Peggy. Peggy's going to do it now.
The older one of the two.
The winner from last year.
Come to mama. Thank you.
Great lungs, Peggy.
Oh, my.
All right, now pass that microphone on to your older sister.
She was pretty windy, I thought, didn't you?
That was a windy performance.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, it just always makes me so sad because the cows aren't here. I miss them so much. Thank you.
All right. You're gonna take that microphone home for as a memento of the event? If Paul were living today, he'd be rolling around in his grave.
My.
So So, is it time for us to hear from the judges, Francis, or do we
Yeah,
have
we're
to?
gonna have a, what's the cluck off, what was that word we were going to use?
We forgot about the cluck off down
Yeah.
at Shorty Long's.
Yes, well, Shorty's dead, isn't he?
Well, Shorty wouldn't want to be there for this.
I don't suppose, you know.
But if it's gonna take place, I'm sure your cameras and our microphones will be there.
Oh, I hope so, because this, this is gonna be something that'll last forever, you know. We must hold this in whatever posterity? What is that? What is
Posterior.
that?
Somebody's posterior.
Somebody's butt. God, no.
Well, is it time for the judges to speak?
I think so,
We
We've done all we
haven't
can do.
conversed.
They're gonna huddle.
Well, I think we should just give our own opinions on this because as you all can see, I'm more of a fisher person than a cow
I noticed that.
person. But I did bring an umbrella in case the cows should decide to come
Oh.
back from the tornado. I think that Nan's was really wonderful, but it did make my butt hurt a little bit listening to her.
Think you're what?
And I think Peg's was wonderful. It had that kind of piquant smell or taste to it. But I was a little concerned that the cows, it was so realistic that sometimes cows just don't listen to each other. So I would think that something new and different, it would be something they're looking for. So I thought, how would a fish sound? Trying to sound like a cow. And I thought that Dawn's was more like how a fish might sound if it was imitating a cow. Now, I'm sorry.
Well-
What did you think?
I think Dawn had a little too much variety. I don't believe the cows have that range in their voices. I don't think they can make all those ups and downs. I believe Peggy is the most realistic. If you really are after realism, if you're not, it'd be hard to choose.
It sounds like maybe we need to bring in a third judge to make the final
Yeah,
decision.
how about it?
Aunt
We have
Mary.
one vote for each candidate.
I don't know what to say. I like Peggy's. I thought she had strength, period.
What about the other two? Don't you have any comments about them?
Do I have to?
Yes. We did.
I thought Dawn's voice was wonderful. I thought Nan was wonderfully sad. But Peggy had the thrust. She knew what to do.
Well, I think that was a wonderful rendition of a bizarre jury deliberation, and I suppose it's time to close this out with a word from the senior member of the judicial panel.
I guess that's me.
Mootriarch.
Yes, I'm the matriarch. Well, this has been quite an interesting event,
Keep the mic up there so you can.
and I think it will go down in history as one of the annals of courting Iowa. And it might even have a book written about it. And get all over the internet and you will become world famous.
Aren't they already in some
Yes.
places?
Maybe. So, we'll see to it that it gets put on the, what are you doing, huh?
The cluster clock? I thought we had already done.
No. Remember.
And before we leave, I want to remind everybody about the cluster clock.
Cluster clock.
Cluster clock
Cluster clock.
at the late great Shorty Long's chicken coop,
Was that near the dump?
where Harry Tyler
Yeah.
turned loose the rats.
All the rats got loose.
He wanted to give them a place to live.
But what has that to do with cluster clock?
Cluster clock? I think
It's
it's
a
just.
new word.
Yeah,
It's a new word.
It's a new word.
It'll be in
and
the dictionary in 5 years. Remember cluster clock.
It's nothing more than the next cultural highlight of life in Adams County.
At the Norvell farm and finishing up at the Marcia Gauthier home.
Yeah, where it
Because
belongs.
we had a big storm come in and ruin it almost, not totally.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, Marcia,
please wind it up.
Oh, hey.
What?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's go eat a carbon.
Oh, it's a carbon.
We gotta make
carbon.
it every day.
All right.